Today on the Banshee channel, we will be testing the Honda 200X ATC, the Honda TRX 250X, the Yamaha Blaster 200cc two-stroke. So while none of these machines are the biggest, the strongest, or fastest, a lot of fun can be had on them. Even myself I weighed myself, I was like 250 pounds geared up. It's a lot of weight for these machines to tote around, but they are a lot of fun. So it's not always about the horsepower. Sometimes the fun factor is just being able to ride a machine to its absolute limit and wide open is all the fun you need. So sit back and buckle up as we test out these, what I would call beginner bikes, from the 80s, 90s, and all the way up until present day. All right, let's do a quick rundown of the machines we are comparing today. This is a 96 Yamaha Blaster 200cc air-cooled two-stroke, 6-speed manual clutch transmission, and it is bone stock down to the tires and the oil injection. 86, this is a Honda ATC 200X air-cooled 4-stroke. It is a 6-speed as well, manual clutch. Super fun trike to ride, probably one of the better handling ones they ever made. Not super powerful, but a lot of fun. Then we've got the newest model here, the 2021 Honda TRX 250X air-cooled semi-auto clutch, but it also has a cool feature, so you can use it as auto clutch, or you can pull in the clutch, help you pop a wheelie or come out of a turn. It's cool to have both. If I had to guess, it's the lowest on power here, but very good handling. Suspension's pretty good as well. Then we've got the Yamaha Warrior that outclasses all of these, but hey, it doesn't quite fit with the bigger bike, so I thought I'd throw it in here. 350 air-cooled 4-stroke electric start, as you see right there, and it is a 6-speed as well with reverse. Only machine with reverse here, and it feels like a tank after getting off any of those smaller machines. All right, TRX 250X drag race, here we go. Here we go, 86 Honda ATC 200X. Power it out. Air pressure must be way off. Let's see. 96 Yamaha Blaster drag strip test. Here we go. Yamaha Warrior 350 drag strip test. Hear that beautiful starter. Bone stock Betty, Yamaha Banshee 350 twin. Try a second gear launch, it's probably going to spin a bit. Hooked up. Here's how the machine's stacked up in a drag race. Don't put too much thought into how slow the times are. It's more about comparing the machines equally on the same surface with the same rider. Alright, moving on to the MX portion of the test. The MX track here at Banshee Land is about 3/4 of a mile. It's mostly just tabletops and these nice bank bowl turns. Pretty easy, which is nice. So you're not hitting giant triples on a 20-year-old Yamaha Warrior. The power delivery on the Warrior is very smooth. I really wish the shocks were in better shape. It bottoms out real easily, and it's a clunking noise whenever you catch a little air, so it's not very confidence inspiring. It does jump nose high, as you can see here. On the back tires. It's not the best at sliding, at least the way it's set up now. Bit of a rough landing. But it's torquey, and you can lug it around every turn and it just pulls out. Definitely not my favorite machine to run on the MX track. Not that any of these are full MX bikes, but the Warrior is probably my least favorite. On to the Blaster. Man, this thing is a little ripper. So it has surprisingly good bottom end for a two-stroke with the stock pipe. You can actually lug it out of the corner a little bit. The suspension's not bad for a 26-year-old machine. And it handles surprisingly well, even with the stock balloon tires. Now, granted, most of this track has bank turns, and you can still kind of pitch it into a turn. If there were flat turns, it would be a little more trouble. It jumps surprisingly well. It's nice and light, and getting over these tabletops was no issue. Now, compared to the 250X, you do still have to, it is a two-stroke, and you still have to keep it in the power band a little bit more than you would a four-stroke. But it is so nimble. Just one little turn, and you're already around the next turn. So there was a little bit too much there. So on this uphill here, I've ran several laps different ways. You can either stretch it out and kind of get on the rev limiter, or you can upshift, and it's a little bit too soon. So let's give or take there. I think the biggest hindrance on this Blaster is the mechanical drum brakes. They're just not up to par. And certainly the balloon tires weren't doing it any favors. Still, respectable time. On to the 250X. So if you've watched the drag race by now, you can see how underpowered this machine was compared to the others. But this track, 30 miles an hour, is about the top speed, and it gets there quick enough. But where it makes up for it is its twitchiness and good handling. Like, look how fast it goes through here. It really gives you confidence that you can just hold it wide open and it's going to go where you point it. Coming out of a turn, 4-stroke just makes good torque and it pulls out even if you're not in the right gear. I think it's funny, the way it jumps here is almost reminiscent of the ATV Off-Road Fury, the 250EX, how it just kind of bounces over the jump, real light-like. The only issue I ran into was if I lean back, my foot actually, the foot guards get into the tire some, so I had to change my riding style a bit to make it stop doing that. I think this machine would benefit from some 20-inch lower profile tires as well. Definitely the Blaster would. But the 250X was by far my favorite to ride on the track. Like, I just thoroughly enjoyed it and felt like I could do it for multiple laps. On to the 200X. Now, look, I like three-wheelers as much as the next guy, but this is probably the only one you're going to catch me riding on a motocross track. It's very controllable. You can pitch it into a bank turn and actually get it to stay down. Now, if you watch up here, I try to cut in flat turn this. I just couldn't quite get it to turn. Probably didn't have enough weight out, and it was still two-wheeling right there. But these things are just so well balanced. The power's smooth. Absolutely love the second gen 200Xs. They're fairly quick for what they are. Like, you're not going to catch me dead out here on a 250R three-wheeler. Like, I probably would be dead. Hats off to the guys that used to race those. It is a whole nother animal. Now, riding one and racing one are two different things. But this one handles the track fairly well, and I was very impressed with how much it kept up with the quads. You'll see the lap time here in a minute, and it's just a touch off the pace, but it would definitely come down to rider and not the machine. So it is more than capable of competing, if not beating the others. So it really comes down to the rider and their skill set. I think what's cool is how well this one actually jumps. That's not my greatest skill set is jumping a trike, but it can be done. The Draggy didn't actually record the video when I did this one, so I just overlaid the data right there as a 132, not far off the pace. 250X takes first, Blaster second, Warrior third, and 200X brings up the rear. All right, I've done lap times individually by myself, but now we've got a head-to-head racer here with us. The reigning 250R champ, Jimbo. Which machine you taking, brother? The Blaster's got more power, and the 250X might handle a little better.
How are the brakes on the Blaster?
Yeah, they're there. It's got them. It's got a disc in the rear. It may not be hydraulic, but it's there. Drums on the front. They do work though.
It's tight.
They do work.
Oh man, it's so new.
It smells new.
I don't know, I'm kind of keen to the old Blaster. 2-stroke.
All right.
2-stroke.
That was what you were riding when we met.
Yeah.
And I had a 250X.
Blue.
I mean, mine was a 91 250X.
Blue and black.
And I used to whoop you back in the day.
Yeah, I don't know. That's back in the day.
How did that go? I genuinely don't remember. I just remember us racing all the time.
Remember that thing throwing mud on it where they with the black waters on it.
So what year was that? Maybe 95? I had a 91 250X. He had a 90. You had a 95 Blaster, right? The blue one?
Blue and black.
Blue and black.
CT racing pipe on it. Man, it was a beast.
All the hot loops. They were within 1 second.
Dude, I don't feel good on it.
Well, just take it easy.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta go crazy. just bent the axle. I'm not seeing there. Inside, soaking up. Woo! That was sweet. You saw that coming. The finish line's right there. Oh, that was the most fun I've had today.
I can't hold on to the seat. Just got some seat.
SC1 comes with a price. You hit that tabletop right there. I was on the inside and I was like underneath you. It just looked, it's going to be the best footage of the...
You see my look back?
I did.
Twice I was like, I know I scared the mess out.
The first time I think you bent the axle.
Oh no.
That's fine, but I can see it. So there it goes. You probably, you pull it out and put it in the press like you used to do our Banshees. Right, and then you go up in that hill into the woods. Yeah. Go up and then turn left back down towards the pond.
Okay, down there, is it one over here or one over there?
It's right in the middle. But then you do like a 180 and go back up the hill is what you're supposed to do. But hopefully you'll be following me and you can just know which way. But we'll start with the drag race here. And he's gone. make it up. He let me by, but let's see if I can hold him off. I know he's all over me. Got a little bit of a cushion. Oh, we got a log down. And he's about to just blow my doors off. Horsepower wins. When I slammed on the brakes, I heard you back there. Okay, so I didn't really record an outro, so I figured I'd just talk over this time lapse of me trying to create a cool thumbnail by loading these 3 ATVs up on the stacker trailer. It was pretty sketchy. Like, there was only about an inch on either side to keep them from falling through. But that being said, recap, the Blaster is what a surprise. I can't believe it actually outran the Warrior. I was not expecting that. The 250X, even though it was considerably down on power in the drag race, it kind of makes up for it in handling and suspension on the track. So I think those were the two biggest surprises. The Warrior, I think, would have done better had it. So the shocks are about blown out on it. It's not the nicest machine. You really can't ride it to its full potential. So don't put too much weight in that. If you've got a Warrior and you say, hey man, I can blow my buddies away on their Blaster, maybe so. I actually did a couple 0 to 60s on those on the street, and the Warrior was faster on the street. So take that for what it's worth. The Warrior and the Blaster are very close on a drag race though. So thanks for watching. Great success. Check us out next time on the Banshee channel. All right, guys, as you know, we're giving away this 2003 Yamaha Banshee absolutely free to one of you guys. All you have to do to enter is subscribe. If you already are, thank you. If you're not, hit that subscribe button. But for bonus entries, you need to be following along on Instagram and TikTok, as well as YouTube. For instance, I might post a story that says, what was the Blaster's top speed in 1,000 feet? And the first person to answer gets an entry into the drawing. I will also be selecting subscribers at random just to add into the drawing. Once the list is full, we'll put everybody's name into a drawing and select the winner. The winner will then get a choice to use $1,000 towards shipping or take $1,000 cash and come pick it up in person in Tennessee, as well as take a personal tour of Banshee Land. Please don't respond to the scams that are going to be in the comments saying, "Hey, DM me, you've won. I just need $200 for shipping." I'm going to pay all the shipping, or you can come pick it up for free. So please don't respond to those things. Vet everyone, even if it's me reaching out to you. Treat it like it's a scam to begin with, so nobody gets got on this. I will not be asking you to text me on WhatsApp or anything like that. So the only form of communication will be on Instagram, and it will be from the Banshee channel. Check spelling, make sure there's no, odd spelling in that. Just treat everyone like it's a scam, and you should be fine.